When you turn 70 and a half, I think everybody should really strongly consider switching over and doing their giving from their IRA, especially if you're trying to reduce the amount of money that you have in your qualified accounts. So a qualified account, for those who may not know, is an account that qualifies for special tax treatment because the government says so. So the government created accounts like IRAs, employer-sponsored plans like 401ks, TSP, 403bs, and all of those kind of things that allows you most of the time to put in money on a pre-tax basis. Now, the challenge with that, I won't call it really a problem because it has served people well, being able to save for retirement, encouraging people to save for retirement. But the problem that we have right now is one that we didn't have 20 or 30 years ago. Our country has been spending like crazy, and I believe because of that, taxes have to go up in the future. They have to be higher than what they are now. So part of, you may have done a great job in growing your money, but now we also have to be focused on keeping that money, or at least as much of it as we can, and protecting it from taxes. Now, with a qualified charitable distribution, once you're 70 and a half, you can do up to $100,000 per year in giving. That is usually sufficient for most people's giving. So what happens is if you normally give with your cash, maybe your income from your pension or your Social Security or things like that, or maybe you're taking money out of your IRA and doing giving that way, all of those sources of income are taxed. So really the only way to get money out of your IRA without paying taxes is to give it. And so if you switch over and you do your giving with your IRA, you just have to follow the criteria that the government set out. It has to be given directly from the IRA to a nonprofit organization, and you have to report it on your taxes. So every bit of money that you take out of your IRA is going to be reported to the IRS through a 1099. And you want that to happen because at some point, if you do qualified charitable distributions, that will satisfy the required minimum distribution. So that takes care of that part of it, but you also have to report it correctly on your taxes. Your 1099 is going to show everything that comes out of your IRA, and you want that to happen, but there's a place for that number, and then it also asks how much of that was taxable. So whenever you make a qualified charitable distribution, the custodian that you're using to hold your account will send you some type of documentation. So I know that the platform that we use whenever we do process a qualified charitable distribution for our clients, they get a letter sent out, and it just says, it says the date, it says the amount of the donation, it says the organization, the name of the organization, and where it was sent to. So you want to keep that documentation handy. And turn that into whoever does your taxes so that they'll know to report that there's a certain amount of income that comes out of your IRA that you don't have to pay taxes on.